Everything comes from our imagination first, and our world is only a reflection of that. There are very few rules that I actually live by, and that is one of the rules that helps me not to get triggered by 3D. I'll still get triggered by 3D, but the time that it takes me to process that trigger is becoming shorter and shorter. And remember that triggers are opportunities for us to heal ourselves within. So, yes, define what you want in a relationship and believe that you have it. Keep defining what it is that you want. And then ask yourself, do you believe that this is holding you back? Because if you do, then, change can be exciting. Change is good. Different values, but I love him anyways. Well, that's really good. That's really good. That's unconditional love. To me, that's unconditional love at its best when you can allow another person to be who they are and love them anyways. I find that a lot of the people that do this manifesting work want to change people, but there really is nobody to change except for yourself. I believe that there is always a path that is presented to us when we have a desire. And with each decision that we make, it alters that path. But the path to the end is already been determined, and we just allow it to play out. People do change. Some people will just exit your life. And to me, that's okay. I used to get really sad about when other people left. But then I would always make myself feel better by saying, I'm making space for somebody else new to come in. And this may be very much the case, but we don't have to control conditions. This is the thing. We don't control conditions. You can ask for guidance and then see what shows up. I ask for signs all the time from God, from my angels, from, archangels, from anybody that's willing to give me guidance. And then it seems like the right people always show up to help me move in the direction of where I want to go. So we don't have to control conditions, allow it to play out. As soon as you determine that this is what you want, things will end up happening anyways. When we live in the state of the wish fulfilled, you are so magnetic to the things that you want. If you can believe that you are magnetic and imagine, things are always working out for me. They do, they will. And it really is a matter of faith and trust. You'll know when you need to make a move when you feel the discomfort of it. I always know when I need to make a move, when I need to invest in myself, when I need to take action on something, because the discomfort of feeling so comfortable is unbearable to me. And this is why I want to master my intuition. Honestly, intuition is something that we all have. We all have it. Some people seem like they have it so easily and they can feel their intuition and take action on it. I'm one of the people that has to develop that within myself. And I think that as I learn to become still, as soon as I quiet my mind, we live such busy worlds in our mind. There's so much information going through there that sometimes when you're so busy thinking about things, you can't even hear your own intuition. So, quieting your mind is a good way of hearing the messages. And the message, when you hear it, it's like this still, small, very caring, loving voice. Not like the ego. The ego is very loud and often obnoxious and will plant seeds of fear in you. The intuitive voice I find is very simple. It's like, hey, do this. Somebody will pop up in my mind. Hey, you should give them a call. It's so simple, so loving, and we need to follow those moments of intuition so we can enjoy the journey on the way there. If you ever find yourself in a state of doubt or confusion, you can leave that. Just drop it and get yourself back to that knowing. I like to think, even though we're not really truly being tested along this journey, All we're doing is we're being presented with ideas, and then it becomes up to us with our free will what to choose. And oftentimes, when we're being presented with these opportunities, it causes us to be in a state of confusion. And it's important to recognize that through self-awareness. What state am I currently embodying? Yeah, I right now I feel unsure. It's like, well, no, that's not the way. That's the wishy-washy state. That's the double-minded mind, and that is serving two masters. And we can't do that. We have to choose one or the other. We have to decide. We have to be bold, claim what we want with conviction. And that's when we say, no, I got this. This is what I want. And the work that we're doing, like week one was about defining what it is we want. What does prosperity mean to us? Find that. And then it's self awareness, right? Being aware with keeping that with our desire top of mind. It's always desire top of mind, self awareness, what's going on around me, self reflection, knowing these habits. It's just all building on each other. What state am I in? For me, I find this work in truth, getting ourselves back to that I am state. And I listened to a video yesterday. She was an expert on the heart, manifesting really from the heart, because the electromagnetic field of the heart is way bigger, broader than the one produced by the mind. There's the mind and heart coherence, like it all works together. Well, of course it has to work together, right? Because our head, where our mind is attached to our body, where the heart is. And so it's using both our mind and our hearts to manifest what we want. And it's having that coherence. Are we listening to what our heart is, what we're feeling, what we truly want in this world? And then using our mind to help get us there, to help magnify that feeling. Our heart can lead us, heart leads us. It's about purifying ourselves of any limitations. I love that word purifying because we are already pure. And the work is to release any resistance that tells us that we can't have what we want. That's been my work for four and a half years now. Release any resistance. It doesn't serve me. I have to live in that state of conviction. I have to know what it is that I want. You have to know what it is that you want, and then have that self awareness and to live brave. We have to live brave. We are made to grow, we are made to expand. And when we're not expanding, that's when it feels bad. We have to allow ourselves to keep moving, and that is a very scary thing. And so, yeah, we need to live brave and claim what we want with conviction. Nothing is impossible to God. God never second guesses himself on what he is capable of. He knows. Well, we are one with God. We are just this human aspect. We're just one aspect of God. It's like God broke himself into billions of pieces, and we're just one of those pieces. We are one with God. So God never doubts. And when we doubt, we're in a state of doubting. Well, it feels bad because we need not doubt. And, sometimes I think, should I say that? Like, I get myself into these moments of doubt as well. We all experience it. But if you have that instinct to say something, to do something, even though you don't know why, just do it. That's the intuition that we're meant to follow. Those feelings don't come to us for no reason. Is it aligned with what I want? Well, yeah, it is. Do I believe what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. Just say it. Most of us have an issue with being our true selves. I know I did growing up a people pleaser, and I think that the majority of the world grows up as people pleasing. We learn it. It's one of the first things that we learn is how to people please. And for me, it started off with my parents. I always wanted to please my parents, right? I sought so much for their love and attention. That's pretty much everybody. And when something that you did made your parents mad, and it's like, oh no, we're trained to believe, that we have to act and be a certain way in order to please other people. Well, now I'm realizing that the only person really that I need to please is myself, and being so authentic to myself. And I'm still working through that. I have this issue about putting myself out there into the world because of people's opinions. I myself was in that state of doubt. But then when I was on Facebook that day, there was a woman who I made a comment on somebody's post after I approved it. And somebody's message there said, Cheryl, where have you been? I have been missing your posts. I hope you are well. And I thought, what a beautiful message to receive, because here I was in a state of doubt whether or not I actually wanted to do this, forgetting what my mission of being a coach is to begin with, right? To expand the consciousness of the world. And this was a beautiful reflection for me, her comment, and it helped me refocus again. Do I actually want this? Yes, I do. Because the feeling that I felt as I was reading her comment was exactly the way that I wanted to feel. And that was a beautiful gift from her. And she just felt inspired to write it. And the message was well received by me. So it's these things in our world that happen, and we get to decide what meaning we give it. What meaning is it to us? We get to decide that. It's such a beautiful gift. Everything that we experience comes from God. We're all stepping into our power. We're all just refining ourselves and being more of who we want to be unapologetically, knowing that we are the source of our lives and everybody else is just a reflection of that. So for the next 3 days or 2 days, continue with the self-awareness, continue recognizing patterns within yourself. This work, like doing a week of this work is not enough. It has to be something that we integrate into who we are constantly. Find somebody that brings you so much love and joy, somebody that makes you feel good. And dogs, especially, I find are just so unconditionally loving. I have our little Morky, Lucky. Every time she sees me and my daughter, she pees all over the place from excitement. So every time I see her now, I walk into my mother-in-law's house and it's like, I can't even talk to her. I'm like, I want to just, grab her and rub her and pet her. But I'm just like, I can't even look at you, dog, because you're gonna just start peeing. Just find somebody, something that makes you feel so loved, and then just focus on the feeling of love, regardless of how you got there. It's just the focus of love, despite the conditions around you, despite how you got there. It's just that state that we want to focus on. I will see you guys on Monday for a new lesson. Continue to keep practicing being in the state and embody who you want to be, because in every moment it's available to you. Okay. I love you guys lots. Have a great weekend and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.